Hey y'all, how's it going? I'm Joy, that is Steve, and this is the NFL predictions versus for the conference championships.
Hmm. Time really flies so fast there, Joy.
Yeah, it really does.
Hmm.
It's kind of, we've only got 2 weeks officially left of the
True.
season. Only 3 games left, which knocks me out of any kind of chance of getting first place. So I guess
True.
congratulations to SDS for
Hmm.
solidifying your number one crown.
Yeah. Congratulations to him.
Yep, for sure. Next year is going to be fun because we're all going to be coming for you.
Hmm.
100%.
Yeah. We're coming with knives and forks in our hands.
Something like that, yeah. So, how do we do last week then?
Okay. For me, there. It's obvious. I finished 2-2 there.
Okay, I think you and SDS both went 2-2.
Hmm.
I went 3-1, as I believe Buff did as well, and then John
Yeah.
here was the show off of the group and went 4-0, choosing
Congratulations, Sean.
yeah, he went with Cincinnati over the Bills, which honestly I seen coming, but I couldn't really get myself to make that prediction. So
Hmm.
kudos to you for having the gumption to do it. Which brings our standings to as such. Not really a whole lot changes. I have one game left before I hit 100 losses, and so I highly doubt that I'm going to
Hmm.
remain under 100 for the season, but we shall
Yeah.
see.
Hmm.
You are still in third, a solid third,
Hmm.
and then Buff has 169, 110, and 2 in a distant last, but honestly, the spite has been way too much fun to really even care about the record for me.
True.
It's just been fun getting to hang out and chat and
Yeah.
see the spite take hold.
Yeah.
All right, so do we want to talk about the Bills win, or do we just want to talk, or not win, the Bengals win, or do we want to just talk
Yeah.
about the
That
game of the
that
week?
was a confusing game there on Sunday there.
It was really fun to watch. I did enjoy the snowball feel of it.
Yeah. True.
Um, the Bengals are just very very chippy this year. Like they have a
Yeah.
lot to prove.
Hmm. They need to improve in the off season there. Get uh, to sign a free agent or two to help with their weaknesses.
I don't know about that because like they're, you know, more than likely going to be making it to the big game this year, barring some kind of miraculous comeback out of
Yeah.
Mahomes.
And
So,
Josh Allen and the Bills
oh
there.
yeah,
But
yeah, okay, you meant the Bills. Yeah, they need to improve their defense, and that was kind of my biggest fear going into that game was that their defense was weak,
yeah.
and so the
Uh,
fact that they kind of proved that, I mean, I'm kind of happy in a way, but also
mhm.
I think losing Von Miller was really the catalyst of their
Yeah.
downfall.
The straw that broke the camel's back, basically.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. For me though, I will say that I think that the Chiefs game
Mhm.
last week for the divisional round was probably my game of the week.
Yeah. That makes sense there.
Yeah, it was a really gutsy performance out of
Hmm.
Mahomes, and not only that, but Chad Henne proved that he
Yeah.
ain't no slouch.
Exactly.
Which I mean, I kind of knew and said before, but it was really nice to have
Hmm.
that drive confirm it. It was a
Yeah.
really really solid drive, so
Yeah.
I was happy.
Exactly. Uh, hey, Dino.
Hi, buddy.
I figured he would. The two sons work.
At some point, you knew it was going to happen. I just don't know why he chose then to do it. Like, we're not even talking about the games yet. We're talking about last week.
Hmm. Yeah. Obviously, my game of the week, I'm going to go with the Niners. They're dominating the Cowboys there.
Yeah, can we talk about the ending of that game real quick, though? Like,
Sure.
who lines Ezekiel Elliott up at center with nothing else on the line just so he will
True.
get completely bowled over by a defensive lineman?
Yeah.
That was one of the funniest things I've seen all year. I don't know why they did that, but
Yeah. Risky play.
very. I mean, I guess it was a last ditch effort, regardless. So you may as well just, try to go out with a bang. But it was just, I don't know, seeing him repeatedly bowled over in the loop that people have posted online was really, really fun. So I'm kind of glad they did that.
Yeah. True.
But also, don't take away anything from San Francisco for what they did. Brock
Hmm.
Purdy is on a little bit of a tear here during the
Yeah.
playoffs, and as is McCafferty, who was the turning point of this team when they got
Hmm.
him on that trade. So it was a really good maneuver by them, and it's definitely paying off.
Yeah. True.
All right, well, I guess that that was a really short intro, but there's only 4 games to pick from. So,
True.
do you want to do the review thingy that you brought up now, or do you want to wait until the
Yeah.
end of the episode?
Sure, if you want to. I remember in week one we did a prediction of who we think will be in the final game there
Yep,
in Arizona there, and my pick was obviously AFC, the Chiefs there, who are still in the playoffs there,
still a
and
chance to be right.
yeah, and the NFC there, I picked the Packers there, but unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers stunk up the bed there this season with injuries and whatnot there.
One can call it injuries, but I'm going to choose to give the Lions some credit for sweeping them.
Hmm.
So I'm happy.
Yeah, and now the rumors are that Aaron Rodgers might end up with the Jets there.
I can see that. Yeah. I'm thinking either retire,
Hmm.
resign, or go to the Jets.
Yeah.
We know that if he gets traded off or signs as a free agent, because he
Hmm.
wouldn't be traded because I think this is his final year there anyway.
Yeah.
So if he goes off and signs somewhere else, it's going to be to an AFC team.
Besides, they got Jordan Love there waiting in the wings there to take over QB there.
And hopefully he'll be okay. But you know what's kind of funny though? If
Hmm.
if he does go to the Jets, isn't he kind of taking the exact same path as Brett Favre did?
True.
Because Brett Favre went from the Packers to, I believe, the Jets and
Yeah,
then
the Jets for
Minnesota.
one season and then two more seasons with the Vikings and then call it quits.
Right. So if he goes to the Jets, then he's kind of starting to follow that same path. Now, I highly doubt he'll end up in Minnesota like Favre did, but
Hmm.
it is kind of funny that an aging, should probably retire QB out of Green Bay is rumored to
Hmm.
go to the Jets.
Yeah.
It's a little funny.
Ironic.
Yeah, it's a little ironic, all things considered.
Hmm.
But yeah, I would rather see him there, I think, than say somewhere like Tennessee or Indy. There was a rumor of Tennessee as well, but
Yeah.
Tennessee is my AFC home, and I would just as soon not host Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
there if we could. That'd be great.
They'll get Rodgers or Tom Brady there. That's who they're going to pursue.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what they're gonna do. I would like to see Heineke in Tennessee. I would like to see Brock Purdy in Tennessee next year.
Hmm.
There's gonna be openings after the official
Yeah.
end of the season for sure. So we'll see what Tennessee does, but it should be
Hmm.
interesting. I think they need more defense help than offensive help, personally speaking.
True.
But anyway, that's for next season.
Who did you pick in the? Remember you picked on week one there.
I believe I went with the Bills for sure, and then so
Hmm.
that got eliminated. And I think for the NFC, I think I went with the Bucks,
Yeah.
which got eliminated back in Wild Card.
Yeah.
So I'm just out of it in general.
True.
I'm just out,
Yeah.
which is okay because now I get to play it freely. I get to play week by week
True.
without any kind of like preconceived idea,
Yeah.
which is gonna be really fun. So
Playing without money.
yeah, exactly. So then, if you are ready, we have 2 big games to get through for this weekend. If you're ready to go.
Okay. Good to go.
All right, first up, we have the NFC Conference Championship with the 49ers going to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles.
Yeah. Obviously, I was wrong about Jalen Hurts there last week. I figured his shoulder might have been a little bit hampering right against the Giants there, but I was proven wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and I apologize for
Nah, you're good. That's what the whole point of predictions. We're supposed to
it.
go with our gut instinct and our feeling, and
True.
sometimes we're right, sometimes we're a little off the mark, but it's all right.
Yeah, exactly there. Yeah, and obviously the Niners, as we discussed, their dominant win over the Cowboys, even though it was a 7 point win there.
Yeah, but I think the score was a lot closer than it felt.
Hmm.
They seemed to kind of dominate most facets of the game from what I watched anyway. I didn't watch the entire thing, of course, but
Hmm.
what I did see, they didn't really have much of an answer for the 49ers. So, and then of course Dallas's kicking game is gonna no doubt get an upgrade for next season because I
Sure.
highly doubt that Jones is gonna keep that kicker on
Yeah.
staff. So,
Exactly. Uh, and with me, there, I'd say I'm going to go a little bit to the left here, and I think the Niners are too powerful of a team there, and they can exploit the Eagles' weaknesses. And my pick would be the Niners to upset the Eagles there in the conference final.
well then, okay, I'm also taking the way of the Dallas kicker and going a bit left, and I am taking the 49ers as well. I thought that it was an upset, but I really do kind of believe in this team for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And more than that is I just want Brock Purdy to win at this point. Like
Exactly.
I'm so fully invested in this young player's
Mm-hmm.
career right now. So
True.
I hope
Yeah.
that he can. 'Cause I did hear that he would make history with a win over
True.
Philly. So I hope that he can
True.
manage to pull that off. That'd be really
Yeah.
fun.
And if he wins the big game, there maybe that it'll shut up people from Niners fans from suggesting that they should go out and get Tom Brady there.
I don't understand that narrative because you have three solid quarterbacks on your roster.
Hmm.
One of them is still on their rookie contract, one of them being also Mr. Irrelevant and Brock Purdy, and one of them being Jimmy Garoppolo. So
Yeah,
you don't,
and Trey Lance.
yeah, exactly, who I believe is still on his rookie deal.
Hmm.
So you don't need a 46-year-old
Hmm.
veteran QB to do things for you. You're already
Hmm.
solid. So
Yeah.
any fan who's doing that is just chasing the name and the star
Hmm.
power rather than
Yeah.
chasing wins
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
a decent record. So
Hmm.
I think they're going to have a lot to think about and discuss if Brock Purdy does continue this wave of momentum that he is on. And quite
Hmm.
frankly, even if he doesn't,
Hmm.
he showed a lot in this playoff run. So they're
Exactly.
still going to have a lot of things to discuss going forward for next season, regardless
Hmm.
of the outcome. But I'm very
Awesome.
surprised that we agree on this one, to
Yeah.
be fair.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. All
Hmm.
right. So this one now, I wanted to be a bit risky, but I couldn't make myself do it. We have the Bengals going to the Chiefs.
Yeah. Obviously, we discussed the Bengals there. Their huge dominant win there against the Bills there.
Hmm.
Yeah. And obviously with the Chiefs there, the biggest question is how's Patrick Mahomes' ankle is because right now it's a liability as far as I'm concerned because if because it's like a bullseye to the Bengals defense there because they take one hit to it, then Mahomes is pretty much done for the game there.
Yeah, and for probably a lot of next season too, depending on how badly he would get injured. For me, I think even if you don't, go after him and you don't hit him low, which you should not try to do
No.
by no means. But even without that, it's kind of a mental game because even
Yeah.
if you're just around his ankles, you've got to think that he's going to be having that in the back of his mind
Yeah.
about his injury. Last I heard, it was a high ankle sprain,
True.
but he did say that he was doing treatments on it and he would be good to go. So he
Hmm.
is going to play. Like, you can't prevent him from getting on the field. He will
True.
go play, especially with everything that's on the line in this game. So
Exactly.
he's going to get out there. It's
Yeah.
just he's not going to be 100% even if he does play,
Yeah.
which I think
Exactly.
is kind of it's two different kinds of traps. It's either going to be he's going to pull
Hmm.
out some like superhero stuff that we know that he's
Yeah.
capable of doing, and it's going to be this narrative that he played through the pain and
Yeah.
overcame all the obstacles and were really inspiring and motivational and he was able to beat Cincinnati.
Hmm.
Or it's a trap for Cincinnati thinking that they have this basically won because they have, a wounded Patrick Mahomes. And they're going
Hmm.
to go in overconfident and they're going to go in arrogant, and that's going to be their downfall. So I think
True.
this is a trap game on both sides,
Exactly there. And
but I'm
obviously,
concerned.
yeah, and obviously, this is a rematch from last year's conference final there.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, and I know I said the Chiefs are going to be in the big game there, but with me there, like I said, I'm worried about Mahomes' ankle there, and it could be a liability there. So I'm gonna flip flop on this, and I'm going to take the Bengals to pull off the upset there and beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, I actually agree. And I think that in this week, the Chiefs winning is actually more of an upset because
Hmm.
of the injury to Mahomes. And for me, it came down to a defense.
True.
And Kansas City's defense kind of reminds me of Buffalo's defense
Yeah.
in that most of the games are really close when they probably shouldn't be, given how high
Exactly.
powered their offense is. And
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
I have to give the edge to Cincinnati from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah.
But I
Exactly.
do think that offensively, the Chiefs would be the one that wins this because you do have Kelsey and you have that running back that I really, really like and wish I could
Uh,
pronounce the name of.
yeah. I forget the name there.
Isaac. I'm just going to call him Isaac. We're on a
Yeah.
first name basis now. It's cool.
Hmm.
Um, so I do think that their offense is a lot more high powered than Cincinnati's, but it comes down to a defensive battle for me, and I don't think that they can stop Cincinnati
True.
more than I think that Cincinnati can stop Kansas City. So
Hmm.
I'm going with Cincinnati for their defense and their defense alone,
Hmm.
fully understanding that I'm probably going to be wrong. And then Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes is going to pull off some kind of like God is on my side performance.
Hmm.
And
Exactly.
and Cincinnati is going to be too arrogant to not see that coming.
Hmm.
So I'm calling for the upset, but I'm not officially going for the upset. So
Hmm.
it's going to be, I don't know. I'm going to be really mad at myself if I get this one wrong.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we are just churning right through these, aren't we?
Exactly. There you go.
All right. So now we go into the other predictions that we have,
Yeah.
and they're
I like to hear who everybody else is
yep,
going to pick in the big game.
they will all be on one screen because there's only two games per.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we have SDS, who went with Cincinnati and the 49ers.
Hmm. Well.
John, who went with the Eagles and Cincinnati.
Ooh.
And then Buff, who did what I wanted to do but didn't have the guts. He took the 49ers and the Chiefs.
Ooh.
He did my predictions, but I didn't have the guts to pull it off. So I
Okay.
really hope that he's right, to be fair.
Hmm.
I would love that. So
Yeah.
I'm very happy with how this season has gone. Even though I'm 6 games back from first,
True.
I'm happy. It was really fun to play with everybody and
Exactly.
uh, talk to everybody about stuff and watch the games.
True.
So I guess that's gonna pretty much wrap this up then, huh?
Yeah. Fast video.
That was yeah. We're at 20 minutes. That is good. Well, we
Hmm.
will be at 20 anyway by the time we wrap up. Anything you want to end off with on your
Uh,
side?
Obviously, there. Hope everybody enjoys the conference games there, and obviously hit the like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell for all future versus videos we do.
Yep, for sure. We have this one, and then we will have the big game coming up in a couple of weeks as well.
Hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see the season end.
Yeah.
I'm not really looking forward to the season ending because this has
True.
been a lot of fun and it's
Yeah.
given me like a weekly task, which has been really really
True.
nice because it kind of
Yeah.
kept me on
It'll
pace
be
a little bit. But
yeah, and obviously it'll be nice to take a break from the whole Manning flag football thing there.
that's true. Yeah, I still not really sure how I feel about that, but
Hmm.
we'll see how that goes. I do like the idea of the Mannings being coaches, but
Hmm.
I don't know. I think it's a little silly.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. At least it's football. It's still football. It'll be fun. I love football. So I'm looking
Hmm.
forward to next year
True.
after we get through this one. And I thank you guys for joining me on this joyous journey through the NFL season. Check out the links down below for my link to Twitter, my Discord server. All the other links will be down there as well.
And
And
your latest letter to all your fans there.
yeah, I'll write a letter to something. Maybe I'll do like something for all four teams since there's only the four of you left.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of maybe a little advice, and then some not so pleasant words for San Francisco for thinking about getting rid of Brock Purdy. But we shall
Mm-hmm.
see.
Right.
I found my second Taylor Heineke. I think I'm not positive, but I think I have a second Taylor Heineke
There you
in the
go.
works. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Check out the links down below for the usual stuff. Let us know down in the comments who you guys think is going to be in the big game and who do you think is going to win it all. And we will catch you next time for that video on the big game and who we think will take it.
Yeah. Thank you all. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.